on, friends, we can
Let's give it a try, come on!
Let's go, 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 and we'll start a commotion. Set friendship in motion.
Set friendship in motion. Set friendship in motion.
Arthur's Kipper Calamity. On starry nights where the moon is full and the air still, you can hear the sounds of faraway ships and distant laughter. They echo over the hills and through the valleys, down calm canals and sleepy inlets. Every engine knows that these are the sounds that say that Knapford Harbor is hard at work. One night, Henry was away with an evening special. Sir Topham Hatt decided that another engine would be needed to take the train that the railwaymen call the Flying Kipper. Arthur, the big tank engine who works at the fishing village, was the only engine available. Arthur had worked with fish trains before, but this was his first time tackling the Kipper. He backed up to the train just as Duck shunted the last few trucks for him. Evening, Arthur. First time pulling the Flying Kipper? Yes, indeed. I've never pulled a train as important as this one before. You'd best take care then. The Flying Kipper has quite a rough history in the past and there's bound to be trouble. Don't worry, Duck. I've pulled lots of fish trains before and I'll be sure to do my best and take care. Suit yourself. Arthur then pulled out of the harbor with his heavy train. But what he didn't know was that the coupling on the last truck had broken off, leaving the brake van behind. Arthur was making good time along the main line. His fire was burning nicely as clouds of smoke and steam poured from his funnel into the air. Arthur soon reached Gordon's Hill. As he puffed up the steep incline, he was beginning to struggle with his heavy train. Oh dear, oh dear. I hope I can make it to the top of this hill. This load is proving to be quite a challenge. You can do it, Arthur! Arthur struggled and struggled up the hill, but then, with a sudden jerk, it all became easier. We made it! We made it! But what Arthur and his crew didn't know was that the old trucks had become uncoupled from the train, and they rolled back down the hill, spilling fish oil all over the rails. Arthur was making good time on his way along the main line when suddenly he noticed a signalman waving a red flag. Evening, sir. What's the matter? You're missing half of your train, Arthur. You should be pulling much more trucks than that, and there's no brake van at the end. Oh no, we're never going to make the delivery now. Now I'm going to have to go back and collect those trucks that have broken away and find another brake van too. Never mind, Arthur. Let's just leave these trucks in the sidings and go back and find those other trucks. Arthur shunted his trucks into the sidings at Marin Station and went back to find the missing trucks. The old trucks hadn't gotten very far, as they had derailed at the bottom of the hill. As Arthur reached the top of the hill, he began to descend to the bottom, but he didn't know about the fish oil spilling all over the rails. Huh? Oh no! I can't stop! I can't stop! Arthur tried to stop himself from slipping on the oily rails, but it was too late! Luckily, no one was hurt, but there was a strong smell of fish hanging in the air. The next morning, Rocky and Butch had arrived to help clear up the mess. Sir Topham had arrived as well to inspect the damage. I'm sorry, sir, I didn't know about the trucks that have been broken away from the train, and now the other trucks at Marin are late with their delivery.
Cheer up, Arthur. The accident wasn't your fault. These old trucks have rotten wood and rusty frames. We should have taken them to the smelter's yard sooner rather than later. And don't worry about the other trucks at Marin. The signalman had called in and sent for Rosie to come in and take the other trucks to the mainland for you. We'll soon have you in working order again.
Thank you, sir. And give Rosie my thanks when you get the chance. Arthur said no more. He just had a sad look on his face as Edward came to take him to the steamworks. A few days later, Arthur was repaired and back in good working order, but he was very unhappy with himself.
Everyone's made mistakes with the Flying Kipper, Arthur. Not just you.
Henry's had lots of accidents with the train, one of which I was involved with.
James has had an accident with the Flying Kipper too. I heard that.
And I guess I had my first accident with it too. Arthur felt much better now. He may have had a nasty accident with the Kipper, but he still knew that he was a very reliable engine on Sir Topham Hatt's railway.